At moment, we are going to understand in this particular video how to identify trend using pure price action. As you all know, I am pure price action trader, and using price action, how to identify these trends and get the maximum benefit out of it. Hello everyone, this is Chinmay from Trading Cafe India. Welcome to another weekly learning video. Well guys, up till here we have covered the market structure series in which we understood about the different type of consolidation and the patterns that we find there. Well, I also give you idea how to identify the perfect breakouts out of this consolidation. Well, going ahead, we started understanding about this trend trading, and in previous video I gave you idea how to identify trend using some popular indicators such as RSI and moving averages. Well, at moment we are going to understand in this particular video how to identify trend using pure price action. As you all know, I am pure price action trader, and using price action, how to identify these trends and get the maximum benefit out of it. Well guys, in this trend trading video, I have also explained you how this particular trend trading actually helps you to achieve the targets in a very quick manner. Well, this particular video is divided into three segments. Number one, how to identify trade along with the higher time frame, and how to get the benefit using the smaller time frame at the time of execution. Well, in second segment, I am going to tell you about the strength of that trend. If the strength is very high, how to identify and catch the perfect opportunities with the trend trading. And in the last segment, I'm going to tell you about the channel trending, where you can find your opportunities along with the settled trends. Well, a lot of learning we are going to have in this particular video. So make sure you are not going to skip any minute in this particular video. It might be a little lengthy, but worth watching it many times. Again, if you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you are going to subscribe this YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the timely notifications. Now guys, you know what? The beauty of trend trading is purely depend on how exactly you are going to catch the trend. Well, there are few trends which are actually furious in nature. That means as soon as you enter in a particular stage, it actually start moving very rapidly up. Rather, there are some time when the trend is settled, but it actually gives you a lot of opportunity, and that too in a very systematic manner. Now I'm talking about a kind of patterns where market is testing one high and low and still it is going in one direction. So in this particular video, we are going to talk in detail about the different type of trend trading. Well, also in this video, I'm going to tell you how to identify the trend at a very early stage. So guys, before getting into the trend identification, understand you're going to choose only one time frame to identify the early stage. That means what? If I'm a swing trader, I will prefer to go for weekly time frame first. So what I will do, I will actually select a range. That means in one particular range, the market is moving for a lot of time. That means what? All the weekly candles are trading in one particular zone. And now, if I want to understand whether the trend is going to continue or it is going to give you a nice mean reversion, well, at that time, we need to understand all these possibilities along with the little smaller time frame. So what does that mean? Well, if I'm tracking the weekly candles now at one day, if the consolidation breakout happen on a daily time frame, understand, at moment, we are looking into the weekly time frame, and then if the breakout happens on a daily time frame, what will happen? The market is first time breaking that zone. Well, here I'm not talking about the breakout, but I'm talking about the follow-up, and which we are going to get along with the nice trend trading setup. So guys, for that I'm going to give you enough example to get the idea how to identify a zone, and then the breakout, how to participate in that trend trading at a very early stage. Again, understand guys, I'm talking about different time frames. So these different time frames are actually applicable for different type of trading. Well, yes, if you're talking about weekly time frame, definitely we are looking into the swing trading. But if you're looking into the hourly time frame and the execution is going to happen on 15-minute time frame, well, definitely we are looking into 1 or 2 days of trading, maybe intraday trading. So I'm going to give you the different time frame examples. Now understand guys, price action is universal. So whatever examples I'm talking about, you can identify similar opportunities in different time frame, but make sure you're going to get this concept very clearly. So guys, as I've explained you, I'm going to show you some study cases. Well, in that study cases, the first idea that we need to get is how to identify the trend establishing, whether it is through the breakout or it is with the reversal, because based on this breakout and the reversal, we are going to get some different type of trends. Well, I'm talking about the strength of that particular trend. So first, let's understand about the breakouts and the trend that we get after the breakouts. So as I said, if the trend is establishing after the breakout, the chances are very good that after the good consolidation, we are not going to get a slow trend. Rather, we are going to get some furious moves out of that particular breakout. Generally, what happens whenever such breakout happens earlier, that means before the breakout, we get the early signs that majority of the people are actually buying, and they're buying in that particular zone. What does that mean? Now see, in this particular case, this is nothing but a support. Well, it actually helped again in this particular zone. Again, this was the first indication that we are going to get some reversals. Now it actually helped here, and other than giving us the breakout exactly here, it started coming back. Well, at the moment it is not touching again and again the base, but it is forming the consolidation near the resistance zone. Finally, what we have a breakout candle. Well, I have explained you in the previous videos as well how to identify the breakout. If the breakout actually happens near the particular consolidation zone, and that too near the resistance, definitely chances are very good that we are going to get a nice trend out of it. Now see this trend. Well, this trend is one way going up, right? So how to identify this trend? Again, near the consolidation, if we are getting nice breakout, definitely these breakouts are good. Well, if the breakout happens, how to get into that particular trend? Let's understand. Now guys, see the similar example on smaller time frame. Well, the earlier it was the 1 hour time frame. The same example I'm explaining you on the basis of 30 minutes. Now can you see this particular resistance? Well, it tested here, and then finally we got a nice breakout somewhere near this particular point. Now what we want an entry. Well, generally whenever a nice breakout happen, it gives us an entry along with the higher highs. That means, well, as you can see here, this was the little consolidation, and then next day it is again showing us a kind of trend continuation. So at this candle we can enter by keeping this consolidation low as our stop loss, and we can participate in this particular trend with the formation of higher high concept. Well, I'll again explain you. After a nice consolidation breakout, we hardly get any chance to find a nice pullback. Rather, we get a chance that market will make a higher high. So for that, we need to shift onto the smaller time frame. Like if the consolidation is happening on hourly candle, wait for first 1 hour candle to break that consolidation zone, and then we can move into the smaller time frame to get our early chances to enter along with the higher high concept. I'm talking about the next breakouts along with the small stop losses along with the consolidation. Well, now let's understand. There are few examples where we get the breakout out of the consolidation, but we are not getting any signs of any pullback. Now see guys, in this particular example, well, it is also a very good consolidation, but can you see after the breakout happened, it hardly give any chance for us to enter in that particular zone. Now again, if you have already attended my breakout video, you will get the idea. Whenever the trend starts from the bottom itself, well, at the time of breakout, we hardly get any sustainable breakout or any chance to get in that particular trend. So it is better to not enter in such type of breakouts. Well, there are few breakouts which are coming along with some other patterns, and this actually gives us the entry along with nice pullbacks. So what are these? Let's understand. So here's another example of nice breakout where this was the earlier support again and again, and finally we got our closing candle below that and a nice trend established after that breakout. Generally what happened, if the market at least sustain a little time in that particular zone and giving us a nice breakout, we get a reference area where we can put our stop losses. Rather, if the selling was started from here itself and immediately it is going to break this zone, well, I would rather not try to participate in such breakout where the movement happens at a very early stage. Now, this particular zone, you can enter along with any particular breakout. That means the lower low concept, and you can participate along with the smaller stop losses as well. Well, now I hope with these examples you got the clarity about the trend trading at an early stage. Now understand, after getting a clear trend, you need to also understand the strength of that trend. Well, what does that mean now? Again, at moment, whenever we are entering after a nice breakout, if a small pullback happens and then it starts moving very rapidly up, we know now the strength in that particular trend is very high. And generally, if you are not able to catch it at a very early stage, it becomes difficult to trade along with this particular trend setups, right? So this type of setups needs to be identified at an early stage, and then along with the breakout, you are going to trade. Well, if I'm talking about the breakout, you need to understand you are going to put the stop losses along with the retracement candle. Now understand guys, there are few times when the markets are absolutely ready to fire. That means what? These particular breakouts will now actually not going to give you a healthy pullback, and in that pullback you are going to get your opportunity. So what you will do? You will already have the breakout, and then in that breakout, whatever high that stock is making or that particular price action is making, and after the retracement, if it is breaking that particular zone, now you need to identify your opportunity to get in along with that particular point, and whatever retracement will happen, that will be your SL. Generally what happens with the healthy pullback, we get enough time to identify our spot and get into that trade. Well, this two type of trading. That means if the strength in that breakout is very high, we are going to do the trend trading along with the breakout. And the second segment, there are some healthy pullbacks that comes along with the trend trading. So I'm going to give you the examples for both along with the super strength and along with the healthy pullback. So you will get the clarity on this concept.
So generally what happens if a trend is established after the round of selling, and that too along with not giving us a much consolidation. Now we understood the consolidation is required for the breakout. So if the market is falling and then after it again started moving up, rather giving us a nice consolidation at bottom, chances are very good these breakouts will not give you a very furious move. If that is the case, generally this particular trends actually gives us a nice pullbacks, and with those pullbacks we can enter along with the defined stop losses. Again, what I'm talking about the channel formation, and this channel formation gives us the entry along with the lower end, and that too along with the small stop losses. So let's understand with the help of some examples to get much clarity. Now guys, as you can see in this particular example where market earlier was in little down phase and then finally it gives us a nice reversal. Can you see in this particular reversal we are not getting huge consolidation, rather it is giving us a kind of U or V-shape recovery. Generally, if a big guys have already entered and they are actually getting enough time to accumulate at the bottom itself, well, the trend will be furious, and generally we are getting a kind of consolidation at the bottom itself. But if the V-shape recovery happens or a U-shape recovery happens and with no prior good consolidation, generally people try to engage whenever market comes near down, or that means if the price is coming down along with the cheaper valuation, people try to engage along with those pointers, and we get a nice established trend. We are calling it a channel. So whenever a channel formation happens, we get our entry pointers whenever it touches the lower zone, that is the lower lows. Now I'm connecting the lower lows, and whenever price actually comes near the lower low, definitely we can enter along with the small defined stop losses. Here also you can use the same concept. If this moment, if the chart is of 1 hour, you can definitely enter looking at the 30-minute consolidation and then finally find your reversal opportunity near the lower end of that particular channel. So guys, now we are talking about another example. See the similar concept. Earlier there was a good fall, but rather getting a nice consolidation, price started moving high, and now what we are doing, we are connecting the lower lows. So generally in this particular zone, if any player is not able to gather a very good amount of buying, generally near the pullbacks they try to enter, and they enter along with the small defined stop losses. So whenever a trend established, that trend's lower trend line can be taken as a support, and near that particular zone, if you are finding a very good reversal pattern on a smaller time frame, definitely we can initiate our trade. So these are the trends along with the channel formation, and this gives us a nice entry along with the pullbacks. Again, we understood about the two things. First, identifying the trend at early stage. Generally after the breakout we get the early identification of trend. Well, if you're observing a consolidation on hourly time frame, get a breakout on hourly time frame itself, so that we are getting a confirmation, and then we can participate in that particular consolidation breakout as a trend trading along with the higher high breakouts. Now, whenever a downtrend happens and then after an immediate buying occurs, generally it forms a channel formation, and in channel formation we can enter along with the pullbacks. So guys, trend trading is one thing, but identifying a trend is more important. Once you'll identify what kind of trend it is, you can participate in that particular way. Generally, after a huge selling round, if the price is taking immediately up move, well, chances are very good. Along with the nice pullback, we can enter, and earliest two particular pointers we can connect so that we will get a nice trend line at the downside, and along with such kind of formation like the engulfing one or a kind of dojis at the bottom, we can identify our opportunity along with the small stop losses.
I hope guys in this particular video you got to learn about different things. I'm talking about the trend trading, but the different type of trend trading and the opportunities that you can grab at perfect places. Well, again, you need to understand guys, as a price action trader, we need to also understand the psychology behind the charts. If you start understanding that part, it will give you conviction to get at one particular stage, and even if the strength is not there or it slightly start going against you, still you can be in that particular trade along with the defined stop losses. Again, in this particular video, if you are getting valuable content, do like this video and let me know what are the things that you want to learn in this particular price action series. I'm ready to give you all the knowledge providedly you have that learner's attitude. And make sure guys you are going to like this video, as YouTube is going to spread this video only when we'll be having the highest like ratios. Understand, there are so many struggler traders who actually think trading is gambling and they are not getting the pure art of the price action trading. So on this note, I'm going to close this video. See you in the next week.